Hello, everyone. I welcome you all warmly to this webinar today, which is going to be a very interesting session on the fashion and the lifestyle industry with a very special guest, Mr. Nagendra Pratap Singh. I am Jhanna Joshi, Associate Professor with UPS School of Design. UPS is a private university in Dehradun under UGC. It has a lot of industry aligned programs, a lot of schools which are industry, 8 schools rather, which are industry aligned, and School of Design offers eight courses in the design domain, which are like industrial and product design, automobile and mobility design, fashion design, game design, graphics and communication design, animation and VFX design, interior and retail space design, user experience and interaction design. And School of Design is actually a very vibrant and energetic young school, and it's really fun to be there. Today we have Mr. Nagendra Pratap Singh. He's Director, Creative Head, Raymond's Group India. And in this webinar, we will be following his journey in the fashion and the lifestyle industry. We would like to look at from his point of view and learn from his experiences. Before I begin, let me give you a small introduction to Mr. Pratap Singh. Nagendra has about 25 years of experience in the field of fashion and communication design. He has worked with some very famous brands like Raymond's, Pantaloon, TCNS Clothing, Pringle by the Oswald Group, Cabana India, etc. Space Plus India was his own entrepreneurial project, which he successfully managed for 5 years. Besides this, he has also a very interesting stint in the Bollywood industry and has been the costume designer of few videos and 5 movies. Thank you so much, Nagendra, to be part of this webinar, and you've agreed to share your experience with us. I hope it will be very interesting for our participants. Let me start by asking you, what exactly is the fashion and the lifestyle industry?
Sure, thank you, Jharna, for a nice introduction. 25 years looks like just yesterday. You and me were together in NIFT.
Yes.
It has been a great journey since then, and we all find our interesting ways of exploring fashion and working in different fields now. As a lot of our joinees who are new students, you know, that is why I say it's very versatile. So, good evening to everyone, whoever has joined from different parts of India. I'm sure lockdown is treating you well, and you're looking at great opportunities once your session starts. And also, warm welcome to the colleagues from UPS, and thank you for giving me this chance. Now, fashion means a lot to different people, you know. To some people it is art, to some people it is technology, to various other people, you know, it has different meanings. So today, in my view, whatever I have understood, learned by practicing in various organizations, fashion is a way of life. Basically, how you dress up, what you wear, and it has always been in the society for as long as we started wearing something, you know, whether animal skins, and then we started exploring, finding many materials. And fashion allows us to express our personal style to people around us. Also, it extends into lifestyle because fashion and lifestyle go together. So lifestyle is not just about clothing. Lifestyle is about where you wear that fashion and go to, how you explore various other aspects around the clothing and accessories you are wearing, and how you behave, what you do is what is lifestyle. And lifestyle also involves some very measurable factors like how much you earn. So does what is your spending power, what is your profession, and somehow there is a very interesting science that you can map from lifestyle, what kind of fashion would people adopt? So that is
Yeah.
my understanding on fashion and lifestyle.
Yeah, that's very true actually. And lot of studies, lot of futuristic studies that we do for design before designing any line or any brand goes into studying the lifestyle of a person or a client or the sector that we are catering to.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, yes. So another very interesting thing that the people who, the new aspirants, the students who are looking for fashion as a career, and students who are already pursuing fashion, a lot of them have a very mixed kind of approach. I mean, they usually come looking for glamour, and they feel that there's a lot of glamour in this field, because I think their association with the fashion field is the fashion show that they probably have seen, and they see that the designer walking with the models and the audience is cheering, and that's that's how they perceive it, and they come with a lot of hopes of getting in touch with glamour. But when they actually join the course, I think they get a kind of a shock, which I think we also did. So I would like you to elaborate on that and just go beyond the scene, behind the scenes, and share with our students how it is working in the industry, the core industry, how it works.
A very interesting question. Before we came to NIFT, or we went into a fashion college like that, fashion was glamorous, yes, to me too. And once we were in NIFT, as all colleges are, NIFT being a lot of creative people around, a lot of liberties around, a lot of fun. So fashion was equal to a lot of fun and food and a lot of parties. That's how it happened. Though we were going through a very rigorous program in NIFT at that time, but also very important to understand that for me, the exposure was pretty early, because in the summer vacations of first semester itself, I started working. I was very lucky. And in those times, there were not a lot of designers.
True.
So typically, like how today people feel, will I go into opening my own label? And they see a lot of glamour, Lakme India Fashion Week and this Fashion Week, and lots of things happening, and nothing wrong. It's very interesting to do that, but also look at how people are succeeding there and how they are building their own labels. Go to their stories and you will understand. You know, like I can give you an example of very big designer who's very close friend of mine, Rajesh Pratap Singh,
Yeah.
and we
He's
studied.
also a senior from
Yeah, yeah.
FT, yeah.
And I remember, how we started the label. That time,
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people don't know, but that time we were thinking, what should we call his company? And his company is called Layap Hignes. Okay, I still remember,
Oh,
because we were sitting one afternoon in Scenic Farms in Delhi at his house, and then he said, let's call it this. You know what is the secret behind that?
I was
Nothing.
about to ask you, what does it mean?
Nothing more. His wife's name is Payal, and
Oh,
Payal was his girlfriend then, and we just reverse order her name, Payal
okay.
Singh into Laya Pignet. Yeah?
Okay.
And
That's
sometimes,
interesting.
it's very very simple. And if you're uh, if you are your grind is good, there is not so much of glamour. Trust me, I speak to him even now, and we understand how much hard work goes into planning. And then also, it's okay what you see in media as a fashion show is one medium, but you do not uh, I mean, you do not see glamour every day. There's no heroism there. Now another part is that when you work for corporates like me, it's a choice for you. You want to do your own label, or you want to go to a larger company, where when you join, then you get a lot of infrastructure to explore your ideas and build your dreams and build the brands accordingly. And yeah, it is not uh, it's mainstream fashion. So it's not like you are not doing creativity, but the requirements are very, very different there. And there's a lot of hard work, big teams work, lot of collaboration is needed. Individual style is not welcome, and
Okay.
why? Because you understand, and that should be the reality. You should not think that I opened a label in my name. That is why, like an artist, I should keep doing what I was doing now, and after 5 years and after 10 years. You have to evolve. You have to understand what would customer want to wear, and who is uh, how you expanding. Your design has to be true to the strategy of business, not for your own dreams and ideas. Like
Right.
when I was conceiving the idea of W is the women's wear brand. That's my baby. I designed it. And at
Okay.
that time, we were just two boys in that company working. We don't wear salwar kurtas ourselves. And we started launching. We wanted to launch I'll tell you the story much later, but we wanted to launch certain product. And then in 3 years journey, we launched what we launched, How You See W. And I'm going to come back to it later during today's discussion. So glamour is there, but don't work for glamour. Okay, work for your customer satisfaction. That is the most important thing to do.
And since you were talking about this, as a designer, is it limiting for you sometimes when you work for a brand and you work according to their image, and you can't be like very creative, like you said, and you can't do something which you probably actually want to do? Is it restraining? Is it like suffocating sometimes? Or
No, not at all. Because if somebody will interview from the other side, or you will open your own brand, in both cases you will be taken because you understand that brand and you love that brand. So why will you feel suffocated? It's like um, when I joined Raymond in 2011. Okay, we had Raymond as oldest brand, 90 years almost. And it was very interesting. It was my choice because I had always launched new brands. But then I
right.
joined Raymond because I wanted to transform a brand which is so old and so big. So what can we do? So we did. It's not suffocating at all, because if somebody hires you, want your ideas. Yes, you should understand when you go to the college, or generally in life, you have to really understand how to manage design process. Especially in India,
Right.
everybody gives you advice. Everybody knows design, whether they went to a design college or not.
Right. True.
You will face this, and you'll find this very unprofessional. But actually, it's not unprofessional. It's okay. Let people express as much as they can, and you should own the process. Because you went to a professional college and you understand how to close the idea, how to bring ideas from people's mind, and how to close everything according to the strategy. So it's not suffocating at all. It's really interesting to work with more number of people, because it's like a chalni, sieve. The ideas get a lot of uh, judgment and a lot of support and a lot of opposition before they are actually launched.
Right. So that brings me to my next question. How important, like you said, that everybody is a designer in India. So how important is design in our lives? I mean, from as a designer, we will say it's the most important thing, but from a general public point of view, how important is design? Especially in these times, there's a lot of design thinking that is happening in every field. This COVID time and post-COVID, I see the process of design being followed in a lot of other fields also, which are not like design fields. But I think that design thinking concept is going to be applied to many other fields also post-COVID. So what are your views on that?
Yeah, very, very interesting question. I think there's design in everything around us. The biggest designer is nature. We should learn from, and we do. There are in our courses how we were taken back to how things are happening in nature. You remember our texture analysis, how we were doing.
Yes,
We were picking
yes.
up
A lot
texture.
of inspiration from nature,
Yeah,
yes.
and so many things, and So in my opinion, I always like to look outside, and everybody has different trigger points and inspiration. Okay, so this is mine, that how you see people. Some people just close their eyes and design appears to them, and they want to live with it. Perfectly fine. Okay, it's every individual's life. But role of design is very, very important in our lives. Basically, what is, I mean, design is something, that satisfies us as human beings. Yeah, it makes us happy. It gives us beautiful experiences. And that is the role of design to me. It is not about, for example, if you were a fashion designer and you're wanting to design a particular ensemble. Now, it's very important that by end of the whole process, the person who took it, wore it, some problem was solved, some lot of energy was there, lot of interesting feelings are evoked, and then everything translates into a beautiful selfie.
Yeah.
And
True.
also, I think role of design is also about out of the box thinking, and that's what
Absolutely.
anybody coming to design field, how you distinguish, because when everybody else says that I am a designer, it's okay, but a lot of people don't think outside the box, and designers have this capability, which is by birth. There's no process. Maybe you are always different, you're always thinking outside the box, you're always, and by going to a professional college, you enhance and learn methods of how to harness this energy of thinking outside the box and creating a lot of meaning in people's life. Also, I think one of my favorite statements is that I always uh, think, that design is about disposability. The role of design is about disposability. How do you dispose the design? So in our times when we were kids, a beer bottle coming to house became a money plant holder.
Right.
Okay? Now, whether people designed it for that or not, but then they were used. And if it broke, then those broken glass pieces were sold to kabaddi.
Mm.
And it went into factory and recycled and became some other bottle because it was recycled glass or some
Right.
ashtray or something. Now, no, there was no organized process, but see how many people were designers in between. Even that kabaddi was, because he was sourcing that and he knew where he could take it and all that. So when you design now, role of design is very, very strong, in these times, that a designer should think like this, that what will be the disposability, as in not about recycling and all that alone. I'll give you another
Right.
example of taxi service, Ola and Uber. Now, before Ola and Uber, they were called taxi. Before that, they were taxis, you'll hitchhike on the road like that. But see, now, today, will anybody make a call to get a taxi? They will not,
Mm.
because it has improved. Because there was a problem, you will have to be on the phone, and here you can book it anytime for future and all that. You're not engaged. The
Mm.
taxis become like an alarm. The driver reaches and wakes you up, and all that. So there's so many, and it has happened because of the app design. The cars were always
Right.
there. The cars
Right.
were always there, and in fact, Uber does not own any single vehicle, and they operate
Right.
still the largest fleet operator in the world. So see how people want uh, to use your service or dispose your product or service is very important role of design to me.
True. And
Also,
yeah, please
also,
continue.
sorry. Also, in a bit we will discuss. It's a long subject about people who would want to know what is happening post COVID. So I will
Right.
cover.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like you said, that a lot of out of box thinking is what designers do. And this, the current scenario, I think everything needs a lot of out of box thinking, because we are in a situation where we really don't know how things are going to be after the lockdowns open and after we come back to our I don't know what the new normal is going to be. I was about to say normal lives, but I don't know what the new normal is going to be. So there's a lot of out of the box thinking required in every field now, I think, and that's why I felt that design thinking is something which is going to be part of every sector now. But how the retail space and experience going to change post COVID? Is the online platform are the online platform going to take over the actual in-shop retail experience? What do you see? I mean, what is the future that you see?
Yeah. So, excellent question, Jana. I will come to retail a little later.
Okay.
And you had asked me second part of the question, that what happens post COVID, what is going to happen with design? What is anything changing and all out? Because retail is part of process after that, maybe, or
Right.
in many cases before that. Yeah. So I think lot of rethinking is needed, and I am personally very jealous of all the students who will come to college and not jobs, because you'll get amazing time to explore and do a lot of rethinking in college, because that's what college,
Lot to explore, right?
design college is about. Now, very very important to understand, that new resilient systems, uh, things like which were little dreamy, and we were less sensitive to things like climate change, sustainability. Okay, they will become really key drivers. You
Right.
know, in March alone, uh, 53% of imports from China were not done. So they were lower by 53%. International imports from China only in March, and that number must be declining over next 2 months of April and May. What does it mean? There'll be a lot of rise of uh, ethnicity, ethnocentric approach to design. People will find a lot of pride in local, and we always wanted to develop our craft and things. And it is not hidden, if some people read history, that India made clothes for 2/3 of the human beings on the world earlier, during Silk Route times, and everything was going, and that's how we became so rich in old times. And later on, these weavers or other professionals involved, their children are not taking up, and they're going to malls and working as janitors and helpers, rather than practicing their art. So as a designer, we have a lot of responsibility to rethink local. The made in India tag will become more valuable. Similarly, in many countries, they are made in, say, made in Taiwan, made in China. All these will become important for their population. There'll be a lot of divide. So the supply chain will change from global sourcing to local sourcing. So you have a great opportunity that now you can develop, because today you are feeling, oh, this machine is not there. For example, PP suits, the
Yeah.
suits which
Practical. Yeah.
we were making zero, and in 1 month time we were making 2 lakh per day, and all
Okay.
the machines which were needed for that were new in the organization.
Okay.
Wherever I'm not talking about Raymond, I'm talking about the whole industry. So a lot of people resorted to doing that, because after all, it is a garment, and people who were making a garment knew how to cut a pattern and make it.
Stitch it. Right.
Instead of a sewing machine, they needed a fusing machine. They
Right.
fused the seams. So it's very important that post COVID, and these are very initial thoughts, because we are post COVID ki baat to tab kare. Right now we are stuck in
Middle of.
COVID itself, middle of it.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
we have to think what we have to do. One thing very critical is speed. You would see that everything is working super fast.
Mm.
So it's not. It's like super fast implementation. You see how government is working. Today morning, I was speaking to somebody from Punjab, who's a minister there, and they were saying that we got 20% more wheat production today,
Okay.
and it takes 40 days for them to cut entire wheat of Punjab. Okay, and with government's intervention, and because of COVID, they organized it so well that they cut the 20% more wheat and stored it in just 14 days, 1/4.
That's very
So,
interesting.
so
Yeah.
see, and it's really amazing. You may be not hearing about it, but I am very interested in food, because if people have food and you understand the food habits, you can design for a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
If somebody is not going to go out to a restaurant and spend X amount of money, then they'll not want the good clothes also, maybe.
Yes.
You know, it all goes together. So,
Yes.
also post COVID and currently, safety will be very, very important, you know, which was compromised all the time. We took pride in Jugaad, and we went to factories. Like typically, if some people are here from Delhi, you will go to the by-lanes of these small areas like Mangolpuri and Lajpat Nagar and all places.
Lampur.
Yeah, and you'll find small units rather than, you know, bigger. I'm not saying they were doing great job, you know, but then
Yeah.
we put a lot of pressure of costing. That's why they're sitting in those areas which are not high tech
Right.
and not great for living. But now things will change. People will pay for where it comes and how it was made, so that they feel safe about buying a product which is done in a very proper, organized, engineered environment from safety point of view. People will bother, you know, some of us, when we came, you know, in Okhla industrial area, there were boards outside factory. They said we don't employ child labor.
Right.
Remember? And
Right.
it was not happening before us, in our
Hmm.
parents generation. Now there are going to be similar, a lot of restrictions which are going to come, and people are going to follow post COVID. You know, it's very important as a designer to understand all these environments. I think possibilities of design and designers is infinite, and these are the exciting times, because just imagine somebody who was who became big in 30, 40, 10, 100 years are going to perish out of the industry mostly. Okay, all mostly most of the big companies worldwide are going to go bankrupt, or will fall into problem, or downsize, or do whatever. You are seeing trends, so I don't. So there are great opportunities. Who will take their place? You know, all the youngsters, all of us, we are going to do great. And innovation is the key. If you are coming up with great ideas, nobody can stop you, because now everybody is looking, you know, from morning till evening. I am sure a lot of our attendees, they must be getting called. अरे कोई नया idea हो तो मुझको बताना.
Hmm.
Everybody is calling each other. Yeah, if you come up with anything, people are collaborating like anything. Okay, I know this much, you know that much. 4 or 5 people getting together and trying to do something together, not individually. It's a great environment. You know how much we taught all this. They collaborate करो, जिसकी strength है उसे करने दो, costing की परवाह नहीं करो, ये सब चीजें करो. All these things. It's really amazing atmosphere. So I think post-COVID, designers have a lot to do even now. But every day, get up, whether you go to a design college or not, spend time on whatever you love to do. You know, the ideas will come out of there. Lot of things which you love to do. Also, uh, you talked about new normal. Yeah, I wish we never go to a normal again. If that was the normal we were living in, polluting everything and whatever we were doing, I don't want to be philosophical here, but it's a great opportunity to find out new. And we should stick only to new, not normal. Normal is boring, right?
Yeah.
At least for designers. So we should not bother about how things will normalize. Okay, let it be VUCA world, you know, let it be uncertain, let it be volatile. It's very important. You know, I was talking to smaller kids who are 10 years, 12 years old. I say it's amazing that kids have cooperated so well remaining in lockdown. And maybe it is their training, because in their lifetime
Hmm.
they will go to Mars and Moon and they live there in a capsule. Still, you
Hmm.
have a big house here. You know, it's very surprising that post COVID, in COVID times, the selfies, you know, people post have dropped by 90%.
Oh,
Instead,
really?
yeah, instead people
That's
are
interesting study. Yeah.
instead people are posting what they're creating,
Yeah.
not on
What
themselves.
they're
You know,
making, cooking, food,
yeah,
all
I
these
mean,
things. Yeah.
and I think it's great for all designers to be, you know, super at life skills. Cooking is one of them. It's very important, because I mean, it's really interesting to explore textures out of many things, cooking, painting, whatever are very interesting life skills. Now, post-COVID, I think one has to understand, you will learn this later. It's very theoretical what I'm going to tell you, that we were living for last 10 years in a world of affirmative design. What does it mean, affirmative design? Means जो चल रहा है ना, उसको थोड़ा सा इधर कर दो, उधर कर दो, and then run everything. Like very, and even as a customer, we are not expecting anything new, especially with respect to fashion. क्या वो अंगरखा है, यहाँ बटन है या यहाँ बटन है? Nobody designed a sleeve with button for menswear. एक बात है, and nobody bothered to solve a real problem. Collar is here, it remains. So everything is affirmative design. Post-COVID and in COVID times, put all your energy into something which is called speculative design. Speculative design क्या होता है? कुछ भी practical नहीं है. Okay, just go and say, okay, I will design X because I'm solving this problem of society. There will be enough people who will come, who will collaborate with you. It will not be master of pattern making or tailor of fabric. Maybe some engineer will give you a solution. Maybe a medical professional will give you a solution. These kind of amazing collaborations will happen, because whatever we say, the most explored category in consumer goods is food and fashion. But also, if you look back, the way we make clothes and the way we wear clothes, has it changed? You look at pictures from 1960s and all that, not much, few things here and there. Of course, silhouettes change, a lot of things happen, but fundamentals have not changed. We got air conditioning in the houses, but we did not get air conditioning in the clothes. We got technology in computer, we have no smart clothes. We don't have smart bed sheets. They're all conceptual right now, which is fine.
Right.
But then think about future of design as speculative design. Work towards it, and in college, do great things with it, and you will invent and explore a lot of new things. Now, coming to what you were talking about, retail, how would that change? Because that is not the last part, but that is the intermediary between the end consumer and the creator. So
right.
I till now, I know very, very sure we are the largest retail company. I'm 100% sure that malls are not going to open. Malls are not going to open. It may take 1 or 2 years. Even if it opens, people will not come. We opened 35, 40 stores in green zones, and nobody came. Okay. Now, that is not a problem at all, because it's okay. From experience point of view, we are lucky that now we have developed technology to a greater level. And retail environment has to be physical plus digital. Design environment has to be physical plus digital. Very important. Imagine you don't have to make a sample, but you are able to cultivate it to 3D. You can 3D print your garment at buyer's place, design it here. All this we are already doing. Okay, for last 2 years. You don't see that in the market because a lot of things are in R&D. We developed very interesting line of accessories where you can customize, design it yourself, and press a button and it will be printed in any store. And we already have full setup for that, and we have signed up and we launched. But now you don't need a store also. They can do it at home. So I think heavy infusion of technology will come in to help retail of physical this thing, so that less people come out. And in last session, other colleague was talking about retail therapy, and retail therapy is very important. That people go out to shop to have fun and
for the experience and
and all. So as a designer, our challenge is how do we replace that?
Absolutely.
There are a lot of people like tomorrow. If you guys are interested, then there's a visual merchandising and retail design magazine called VMRD. At 4 p.m. they are first time doing VM awards online. It's 100% digital, and they feel very proud of it. That in history of VMRD they are doing this award. Otherwise, imagine the amount of logistics they had to do. उसको बुलाओ, उसका ticket बनाओ, ये venue book करो, ये सब करो, सब करो. Nothing wrong. It'll be interesting to watch to see, how they have been able to bring aura. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. you can see that. So I think it all depends on cultural fabric of each country and how retail will take shape. We don't know. As you see on TV, even in India, various states, northeastern states are following social distancing very, very
Very well.
religiously. And I'm living in Mumbai, and I know certain pockets here are not able to. It's only because of culture. How much risk you're going to take with hygiene. It's not about the virus alone. These viruses have been coming and going. This time it became a global
Pandemic.
Yeah, and that's the issue. So I feel experience will be paramount. If you are able to create physical and digital experience collaboratively, then you can do. So it'll be a big question for all clothing brands that you will not be allowed to do trial of the garments. Yeah, and
Yes.
the biggest problem for a brand was that all the garments, all the decisions are taken after trying. People refuse. There is around 20-25% return rate even on Amazon and all that.
Online also, yes,
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Because people change their mind. Oh, अच्छा नहीं लग रहा पहन के. So anyways, I did a product some other time we will do, which is a avatar of you and digital. It's super realistic. In 3 years we developed that, and it will replace completely any kind of trial experience. And customer will be hesitant, but they will sooner or later find the value of that. That you don't have to change, and you don't have to worry about hygiene, and you can see any clothes on yourself, and you are able to make a purchase.
Okay, great. I see a lot of positivity in your answer. I mean, you see a lot of scope and possibilities for the future designers. That brings me to another thought: that how will the careers and the job profiles change in the fashion and lifestyle industry? How much is that going to change? Are all the designers going to sit back home and design, not go to the factories and offices? I mean, how much is it going to actually uh, affect the job profiles that we have in the industry?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good idea to take them through my career journey.
Yeah, I think. I wanted to actually
I really
share that also with us.
I really feel answer may lie there, and my career or anybody's career for that instance. If you spend 5, 10, 15 years, and it's true for all fields, but for design, yeah, we are lucky that we have that power in our mind to create our own career. So I don't think anybody will sit idle. Yeah, there are lots of designers, and lots of designers will have lots of things to do. Scope of design has increased. As Jarna, you were pointing out that in many fields where people were not hiring professional designers, they will. And they will want, the hospital bed was designed probably in 1950. And then it is going on, getting made, and people are buying.
Yeah.
Now they will want, they would have realized, okay, that can we do this, can we do that? Lots of things. One of my friend does sculptures with cardboard. Okay, she designed 750 rupees ka bed.
Yeah, I saw that the cardboard.
Yeah, you can fold it and just. It's really amazing but she does sculptures which are worth lakhs of rupees in cardboard. And see how she came up with this idea. And very interesting things are going to happen. So first of all, whichever design career you join, you will not land up there. Okay, so it doesn't matter that you don't tag yourself. Explore as much as you can. Don't tag yourself. I started as a footwear designer, and the reason is that everybody went to IIT and all that, the studious lot of my friend. and I used to do cartooning, so I could land in a small college from government of UP, and I did footwear design. And then I realized that footwear industry is mainly production industry in India, not a design industry. So I worked hard, and I by accident found out about NIFT. You know, things were not very clear at that time. Where you go, what you do. So NIFT was great. You know, you go to a great college, great faculty. When you choose a college, you go to a college and meet the faculty. Yeah, and you will come to know the depth of that place and spend time. So I started as a footwear designer, then did fashion design, then did retail design, not architecture course, and then did lot of management studies outside India. I did my MBA in luxury from Monte Carlo, Monaco. Then I studied in Harvard. Then also in Johnson Cornell, New York, and these are all management courses. And then also in something which is very interesting, I must urge you all to study that subject, which is on exponential thinking, exponential processes, exponential thoughts. And that course is done by Singularity University. If you know of Singularity University, you Google, you will find out. They only do 7 to 10 day course, nothing else, and it's very, very expensive but very good. But what did all this teach? You know, I was designer, I was doing multitasking. Sometimes I was production manager in certain companies. Sometimes I was designer. In Raymond, in 9 years and more journey, I joined as a uh, product designer for all the brands. And then after that, I thought I should change. And currently, I head retail design, and we have won 4 international awards for Indian brand for retail design. And some of you would have seen new retail stores of Park Avenue, Color Plus, and Raymond, how they have changed. So I don't know what to say, what career. You know, you look at new opportunity, you find new opportunity. I think as a designer, it is very important to point to your organization, to yourself, that what are the possibilities of doing something in horizon of 6 months to 60 years. It's perfectly fine. Don't think that you're going to close. Leave that legacy in any organization if you are not going to be there for 60 years. And it's a very, very important thing, because in all other fields like medicine, engineering, aerospace, uh, any other fields, people are working by that methodology always. They're not they're not wanting to see that today I start something and in 2 months I should have a fashion show. It's not important. It's not important. You know, put as much time and soul in creating foundations for a great design, and it will emerge slowly and slowly. Today we have, I mean, I'm bound by time, but we can tell you very interesting stories. You know, like I can pick up a story of a brand called W. When I was hired, they hired me to design lingerie, and we were launching lingerie brand for women in India. And we all felt, okay, there is a big gap and all that, and we will do. Three 3 years we worked, okay, every day, designing, sampling, all whatever regular jig is, finding out from market, this, that. But we deployed a very, very strong process of consumer research. And it was amazing that we discovered that this new Indian woman, typically who was working in multinational banks, IT industry, and all that, did not have anything which was suitable for her to go to office, because she was not traditional. She went to West College and studied, but she lived in a traditional family. And then also not because somebody was telling her what to wear. She wanted to, I mean, that was Indian wear was formal wear in a way, because Western formal was, she was thinking that it was for her boss. And so many discoveries we made. And imagine, from lingerie, we landed into doing salwar kurtas brand. So that is the beauty of design process and career, that don't plan, you know, take small steps and find out, explore as much, because when you explore you will find out what are you good at, and keep doing which is relevant in that particular time. because there's no line in design. I can design buildings, I can design towns, I can design a button. That's how people will want a lot of versatility.
Yes. Nagendra, I can see a lot of questions. I think we should take up some audience questions now.
Sure.
There is an anonymous attendee who's asking, what is the most important thing for an aspiring fashion designer to follow in college? Any specific habit to avoid or follow?
Last part, your voice break. Any specific?
Yeah. Any specific habit to avoid or follow?
See, we are on social media, so I'm not going to talk about habits here.
So I think basically
no,
some.
I'll answer. Live your life, enjoy, whether it is college or job. Just go. Don't be shy, because when you come to a design college, just explore. As much as you can. Spend time with people, yourself, and look at fashion designer does not design for themselves. They design for environments around them. And don't get stuck in your college, okay, with your group of friends and all. You go out and meet people from all kind of industries. If you get opportunities to go to other field of design like engineering, anything which is unrelated and all that, you will get amazing concepts and ideas which you can bring back. That is all I can say. Make that a habit, as much as you can. Don't bunk classes for attending all this. If you can.
That's important. Okay, there's another one. How to pursue career in fashion? Is doing a degree in the fashion course mandatory?
Okay, I think it's very important to have a conversation with somebody who wants to hire you, or you want to do things. What are you going to tell them? I woke up from one side of the bed and I'm a fashion designer. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, just like every field, for seriousness of design, it is very important that you study in good colleges, you spend time, and wherever you study, you make the best of it. And yes, you need degrees. I believe in that. And as you can see, I am on LinkedIn. You can go and see my chronology of studying in various college all my life. Every 2 or 3 years, I do some degree or the other. Very important. That has been very important for my learning and my success, and also for my future as well. Very, very important, because going to a professional college definitely teaches you how to manage, your ideas. Very critical.
Okay, and there's another interesting question. I'm a business excellence and sustainability professional and a textile design engineer academically. How can I contribute in the fashion industry?
Wonderful. You are the most sought after guy, yeah? Guy or
Exactly.
girl, I didn't know her name, sorry, yeah. Most sought after professional, because uh, not just in India, but worldwide, people have just scratched the surface on agenda of sustainability. There's so much you can do. For example, a lot of us design clothes without knowing they are made of man-made fiber or natural fiber, and we design any kind of fabrics without knowing uh, how will they end. Like humans have been on earth almost for 500,000 years now, but in last 100 years we have choked and polluted like anything. And it is only because uh, in clothing industry you'll see jo katran bachti hai, when you cut patterns of your silhouettes, and then waste fabric, people throw it, they burn it. While it can be very easily shredded and converted into felt and converted into filling inside the pillows, or you can do so much. These are simple ideas, but you are expert at agenda of sustainability. You can go in depth, right from design to manufacturing to everything. In textile industry, it's very important because we have no substitute for textile yet, and it's going to remain, and people are going to need fabric, and you will have a great career.
This was Pinaki Sen Gupta. She's General Manager, Business Excellence. She's like written that again.
Super.
So there's another question. What would be the importance of fashion? This is Savvy Gupta asking.
Yeah.
What would be the importance of fashion in post-COVID world? I think we partly addressed that.
We did, but I'm going to take it up again. Savi, I think the way we dress up surely is going to change. Most of us have realized, which also was true earlier, leaving aside shopaholics, that active garments in our wardrobe were 10 to 15 only, mostly at a given point of time. Okay, that is why a lot of people are working on models of rental clothes, at least for special occasions, that you don't spend like 2 lakh rupees buying a wedding lehenga. You can hire it. So a lot of frugal ideas will come out, and from money point of view, people have understood the value already, and they will see. It may be a brand agnostic world. Uh, People will not care about brands in fashion, but looks in fashion, and that's why brand have to do very sharp looks, different from each other. These are my thoughts, which are going to happen, but we don't know. Yes, people are going to step out. They're going to wear clothes, and they're going to wear. They're going to change, and they're going to go back to letting the world know what they are doing through selfies, group pictures, and everything. As far as that is happening, fashion will not take a backseat. And yes, we will not have a uniform code of dressing like monks, Buddhist monks wear a certain robe or something. It will not become like that. Personal expression of fashion will be most important always, even after COVID, in COVID, whichever way.
Another interesting question. This is extension to what we have discussed earlier. This is Khushi Srivastav. She's asking, will online fashion buying disrupt offline retail fashion stores?
Okay, good question, Khushi. Yes, we have been already disrupted, uh, but what will emerge is a physical and digital model combined together, which very clearly is called coined a phrase called phygital. You can read a lot about. There's a lot of literature available and a lot of papers available how people are planning that. I am myself planning a lot of stuff around that. Not just because of COVID. I did it 3 years back, and we have done a lot of stuff around that. Store of the future is where, by choice, you may want to come, you may not want to come, but we should still be able to make a sale. And Reliance did a deal with Facebook, and it's all digital environment. And the value of that deal for I think for 10% share they got 42,000 crore rupees. So nobody will be investing if this ecosystem will not be developed. It cannot be just online, okay? Because touch and feel, retail therapy, the idea of going out, not just for shopping, but when you go out, you do many things together, you plan your day, all this is going to remain. So I don't see there is any threat to brick and mortar stores. The way they operate, the sizes, the number of customers they entertain, the involvement of technology in there may become very high.
Okay. There are 2-3 questions on this area, so I will address that. What are the opportunities of fashion communication in the future, especially after COVID? There are 2-3 people who are asking this fashion communication.
So very good question, because I am a big fan of whatever you do, how do you communicate, is what the perception people have of your creation or yourself. So fashion communication is very important field, because there is general communication which people do, but they don't understand the nuances of how to communicate fashion creatively. So there's a very big scope, because in the entire process, what do? First, you engage yourself and the customer in finding what problem is there. Yeah. And then you design something. And then when you design, then you test. And then after that, you launch. And for launch, the biggest and most important thing is communicating. there, you know better than me, there are pre-launch communications, ongoing communications, post-product service communications. So it is very important to uh, weave a very good communication touch points and communication strategies to entice the customer to understand and buy a product. So it's going to be very, very critical. Post COVID, it will become very important because suddenly people um, were not doing many things for last 90 days because they have cut down because stores are closed. So they are saying, okay, no marketing expense, right? It's only natural. Some companies are still doing. Very interesting thing I want to read from my mobile, okay, on communication. Today I got, maybe you also got it. Today I got a mailer from SpiceJet, okay, flights have started again. So, uh, okay, it's like this. And the communication punchline says, we are equipped with the most advanced air circulation system, SpiceJet. You see how things are changing? Earlier in Kingfisher time, they were saying, we will treat you like a royal person with great food. Then somebody was talking about business class, and now it has come down to this. So communication is very important. And they have given full mailer about and videos about how they have designed special air ventilation system along with Boeing for their jets. It's very interesting. I think communication will play a great. You would choose a SpiceJet ticket over Indigo or anybody if you read something like this.
Okay, I think we are like almost done with the time. So one last question.
Sure.
This is something very interesting. This person is asking, what is the scope of new designers when the established designers have already conquered the industry?
Nobody has conquered anything, okay? Trust me, nobody has. Okay, it's very, very interesting subject. There is a manager. So if you split it into simple English words, manager manages, and there's a leader leads. Okay, so senior designer only leads. They cannot do many things. And who do they lead? They lead all the budding designers together. Now leading does not mean they are going to tell, like, I don't work, all my team brings all the ideas, not me, and everybody knows that. Yeah, they bring the ideas. Now I have to manage it with other departments, other people, dealers, because experience teaches you to be a leader of managing a process. So young designers are most needed. Okay, sometimes I get school interns, deliberately I call them, from people who I know, because I want to know 15-16-year-olds view, because by the time we'll blink, it will be 3 years and they'll be our customer for one of the brands called Parks. So then how do we know the views? I mean, this is informal process, but you can formalize it also. So young designers, nobody is established. Okay, trust me, I'm telling you, in design field, if they are sitting in some position in a corporate, yes, there are very few positions because there are 4 or 5 groups in India. So nobody leaves the job or goes and does something. So I understand what you are saying, but then it is okay. Go and join that team. No problem. You will be heard. You will be getting full chance to do whatever you are doing. I know Arvind Group, Madura Group, Wayman, and so on, Reliance, how they function. So it's not that somebody is established. They don't have any time to do design themselves.
Absolutely true. So Nagendra, I think we'll have to close it down for today. But there's a lot to learn from you, and we hope that we invite you to UPS sometime in near future when we are out of the lockdown. And thank you so much for being here and being a part of this webinar and enlightening our students and our audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for giving me opportunity. Special thanks to your colleagues at UPS and Monica, the Dean, for giving me this opportunity, and for all these people who are listening to us patiently for 1 hour. And you can find me on LinkedIn. You can ask me any questions you want. Jharna and me will be there to answer them in person. So have a good day. Stay safe. Stay home. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.